Let's talk about tables in Microsoft Word. And the same thing will apply in LibreOffice or Google Docs. But we're going to use Microsoft Word because that's probably what you're using at work. And by the way, I've discovered that Microsoft Office Online, the online only version, is free. You just got to sign up for it. So let's talk about tables a little bit. First of all, the very best program for tables at all, I'm going to bring up my online office, is Excel. That's all Excel does really, is tables. You can color them, you can change the borders, you can you can do math with them. So look, I've got this little table here, and look, 1, 2, 3, and 5 equals 6. But I've set up math. So let's say I change this 1 to a 7. Automatically, Excel now knows that the sum is 12, sorry, and it updates it. Okay, Excel's great for tables, but sometimes you might want to have a table in Microsoft Word. You're making a business case, and you want to have a table in your business case to show certain things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a table here, and it's going to be about numbers. Just because numbers is the first thing I thought about when deciding what to make a table about in this video. So the first thing I need to do, I need to go to this Insert tab. All right, I'm going to click Insert, and then right here, it's very easy. Table. So I click the table, and it wants to know how big the table is going to be. I'm going to make one that is 4 columns wide by 4 columns deep. No, let's make it 6 columns deep. So now I've inserted a table. Look, some information about the names. This is a cell. Okay, all these little squares, this little square here is a cell, that square there is a cell, this square here is a cell. So all the little squares are called cells. Now there are rows and columns. Okay, guys? Now look, a row goes this way. That's a row. A column goes this way. That's a column. Now I like to remember it by thinking about columns in buildings. A column is usually like a load-bearing structure that goes up and down, and it's on the floor, and it goes up to the ceiling, and it holds up the ceiling. So I've inserted a table into this Microsoft Word document, and what do I want to do with it? First of all, I want the top row to show the title of the table, and I don't need 4 cells for that. So I'm going to select all 4 cells, and I'm going to just right click it. I'm going to say merge cells. Now this whole top row is just 1 cell, and I can just call it my table about numbers. And then of course I can use my little align button here to say I want it centered. Then I'm going to talk about what this table is about. So it's going to have a number in the rest of these rows. Number. I'm going to ask, is it a prime number? I'm going to ask, is it a negative number? And I'm going to ask another question. I'm going to ask if it's an irrational number. Now, most of you guys are probably familiar with what prime and negative means. Irrational means that it's a number, and then there's a decimal point or a dot, and then everything after the decimal point, it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on forever. So I'm going to ask, is it irrational? So I'm going to put in some numbers here. I'm going to put in 3. I'm going to put in -7. I'm going to put in 16. And now I want to put 2 numbers in here because what's going to happen is they're going to have all the same answers over here. But I need 2 cells for that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to click right here. Split cells. Right? Split cells. Now I've got 2 cells right here, not just 1. I've got 2 cells. So I'm going to use them both. And I'm going to put, I want to put pi, and I want to put the square root of 2. All right? So let's fill the rest of this out. Is this a prime number? Yes. Negative? No. Irrational? No. Is this a prime number? Yes. Negative? Yes. Irrational? No. Is this a prime number? No. Absolutely not. 16 is not a prime number. Is it negative? No. Is it irrational? No. Now these two, you can't, a number with a decimal after it, according to math, cannot be prime. A prime number has to have no decimal and numbers after that. So they are not prime, they are not negative, but they are, yes, irrational. So now I might want to do some other stuff with this table. Again, I might want to merge some cells. I've showed you how to merge them horizontally, but you can merge them vertically also. So let's take this 3 and -7, and they are both prime. And we don't need to say that twice. I'm going to highlight these, and then I'm going to click again, merge cells. Now it's 1 cell. I'm going to just get rid of this yes, and now I only have 1 yes for both cells. But I want to center it, not only this way, horizontally, but I want to center it vertically as well. I'm going to go into this cell because I want it aligned this way and this way. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click this table button right here. So I click the table, and now what I have is I have this special align option. I'm going to click it, and notice that they're actually in order. The top left will align your what's in the cell to the top left, which is how it is now, top and left. I could click align to top center, top right, right? Because this is the top right option on the buttons. If I click down here on the bottom right button, I get aligned to bottom right, and it goes down there. But what I want to do is middle. So I click the very middle one, and now I've got the yes right here in the middle. Okay, so I could obviously want to do the same thing maybe with all of these 2 no's and just make it one big cell that says no. These 3 no's, make it one big cell that says no. I could do that. You can also do a lot of other things with these tables. You can change what the borders look like. You can change what all the little lines between the cells look like. You can change the color of the cells. You could change the color of an entire row or an entire column. You could change you could make an entire row or column bold. But those options are kind of beyond the scope of this video. So there you have it. That's how to do a table in Microsoft Word. Remember, I always like you to click subscribe, click the bell button. I like you to comment. Commenting helps. But what I really want you to do, what's really going to help this channel so that I can continue to make these videos, is find some friends, colleagues, family, anyone you know that would benefit from some basic computer knowledge, which is what these videos are about, and let them know, and then maybe they'll subscribe, comment, hit like buttons, and help the channel grow. All right? Go ahead and do that, please. All right, you guys. Have a good day, morning, evening, night, whatever it is in your time. Toby out.